It's the Visit Oceanside post show at the SAMBAZON World Junior Championship, presented by Best Western Hotel as we fly by the West Coast's longest wooden pier here in Oceanside. Beautiful day. Day number 2 of competition. Elimination round was out in the water, so some hopes were broken today. That was unfortunate. That's the elimination round. I'm Kaipo, along with Rosie Hodge, Mitchell Salazar. We had a lot of really cool moments today. We had some underdogs winning, Rosie. Of course, you know, it's always sad to see competitors to leave, you know, but it's part of the competition. They're young. There's a big future for all of them. And but we did have some highlight moments as well. Some of your highlight moments.
My highlight moments, there were so many, Cups. I think definitely those last few heats of the day where we saw everyone going back to back and the lead exchanging a couple times. I love those kinds of heats where you see the fight back, the determination from all the competitors. Yeah. Highlight for you, Mitch?
I really like the heat between Harley Walters and Adura Amatriain. I actually think that's the heat of the event so far. I thought Adura surfed a great heat and unfortunately just faced off against a better surfer. I thought the last heat was really good too, and the whole point of this event is to give exposure to a lot of these people that don't have the kind of exposure within their regions. Sam Peter surfed an incredible heat at the end, Kaipo.
Yeah, and I loved learning about some new talent that, you know, a lot of them flew under the radar. I wasn't aware of them in their own region as a junior, but then you bring everyone together and then my mind's blown because, you know, you have like the standard guys that are coming up that you understand, the usual suspects, if you would. But today, I feel uncovered a whole nother layer of talent that's always been there. They just haven't had a big stage like today to show what they got.
Absolutely right. And you look at the conditions too, they changed a lot throughout the day. And I thought all the competitors did an excellent job to be able to adapt to these conditions, especially in the afternoon.
One of the names I got to learn today, Monnojo Yagahi, a Japanese surfer. That was incredible. He put together the highest heat total of the event. He was up against Brody Sale, Rosie, and you know, on paper, you would have had Brody as the favorite in this heat.
Definitely. I mean, Brody's become a household name over the years. He had a couple moments in this heat, and he kept on trying. He kept on looking for opportunities, but you can tell in the body language just the disappointment as Manojo was so strong in this heat.
Yeah, Brody looking quick and had the early advantage, Mitchell. But then Monnojo Yagahi did this.
Yagahi Airlines, baby, and that's what it takes to become a World Junior Champion, Kaipo. Not many people have done it from the region where he's from, and with maneuvers like this, I honestly would not be surprised to see him on the podium at the end of the event. Doesn't want to go through the regional QS, wants to qualify for the Challenger Series through this event here with the championship.
Yeah, the JS surfboard's looking sharp underneath Manojo's feet. The 20-year-old Japanese surfer making a name for himself. Day 2 here of competition. Take a look at the numbers. They were impressive. An 8.17.
He was definitely in the running for the highest heat total of the round, but we saw some amazing scores go down throughout the day's competition, so I know we're going to go through all of them.
Yeah. Highlight heat for me, for the women, I look back to this morning and the heat number 2, the second heat of the day. Laura Raupp, Kana Nakashiro. Kana Mitchell really strong in her surfing, and she looked like she was off to a blistering start.
Well, and she had 2 of these heats throughout the event too. One yesterday in the opening round where she actually tied with Zoe Benedetto, had a great 7.5 on this wave right here. Look at the second snap in the pocket.
9-point ride.
To me, the 9-point ride is impressive, but it's the point of the heat that this turned in for her. She needed the score. Kanaha was way in the lead, and to get that 9-point ride under pressure was just so impressive. She got a 6.33 and the 9-pointer, and it was just off to the races for her.
It sure was. Long running right, epic conditions this AM, and Laura took full advantage, Mitchell.
And given that we started the event literally at the highest point of the tide too, it was a 6.2 high tide this morning, Rosie. For her to be able to find a right like that out there that really capped off the way it did on the inside. Some really impressive stuff when it comes to reading a lineup as difficult as it was out there at Oceanside today.
Yeah, a lot of intent in her surfing, and love catching up with her post-heat. She just had such a huge smile on her face. She's enjoying her time here in California. She's traveling with her family and just enjoying it and just asking the question to the judges. That wave was perfect.
Here we go with the numbers. 15.33, two-wave total for Laura Robb. She advances on into the round of 16. Kana Nakashiro, 13.33 for the Japanese surfer, eliminated. But I can tell you one thing about Kana. She's impressed a lot of people. In both of her heats, it was a narrow loss, and her surfing was on point. I expect some results, some big results from Kana Nakashiro in the future.
We're going to see her on the Challenger Series, no doubt. And when it comes to talent, and a lot of talent being developed throughout these junior rankings, a lot of them aging out right now. But Nakashiro, though, she is a great surfer that I feel has a great chance of qualifying at the end of this year for the championship tour.
Yeah, that'll all be decided, really, for surfers like Sam Peter, pretty good. You called that heat, Mitchell. What did you think about his performance?
Well, had the 8-point ride with the 1 air and then backed it up immediately afterwards, Rosie, with the 6.6. Coming up against a tough competitor, Nari Platenius, was a big win for him.
Yeah, let's hear from Sam. He's out of the water right now, and he's with Matt Shanoski.
Sam, very similar lineup to what you have back in Ensues in France. Big tides. Tell us a little bit about how lost you got out there.
Yeah, I was. My initial plan was to go right on those bigger rights I saw from the previous heat, and I ended up going on the little left. I kind of had to adapt, and it worked out, so I'm happy.
Yeah. And now with those big tides, cold water and cold weather in the morning, is it reminding you a little bit of home?
Yeah, it kind of looks like summer waves for us, like big tides and small onshore waves. So yeah, I was happy to be out there with only one guy out and trying to do my best.
Now, this is your first World Junior Championships. COVID put a little bit of a gap in between that time frame. So this will be your last year in the juniors. What will it mean to you if you were to be able to take home a crown?
It would mean a lot. Actually, I've been training a lot for this. I was supposed to be here 2 years ago, and we didn't do it because of COVID. So I got one more shot, and I'm going to give my best.
Yeah, well, you're on your way at the moment. Now, in French, to any of your friends, family back home?
Ouais, ben merci à tous ceux qui regardent, ça fait super plaisir. Les copains, la famille, plein de gros bisous à tous et on va aller jusqu'au bout. À plus.
All right. Lovely surfing out there. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow, hopefully. Back to the post show.
Thanks.
All right. Congratulations to Sam. All right. You know what time? Right now, the kettle's hot. The water's boiling. It's time to add it up. And what's good? We're going to stir it up, and we're going to serve you the cup noodle wave of the day. It was a 9.33. You got to see this. Thanks to Cup Noodle for bringing us the wave of the day. Shion Crawford, Mitchell.
I remember a point in time when I was still taller than him, Kaipo. That ain't happening anymore, and especially with surfing like this. No doubt in my mind that this kid's going to make it to the championship tour. Coming off of his first QS win at Sunset Beach, one of his home breaks, dropping the highest single wave score of the event so far, 9.33.
Look at the flow, Rosie. He put it all together on this wave, and he was behind in this heat. He turned the heat with this wave.
I was going to say, Cops, he needed this wave, and you just saw him build throughout every wave. Every time he got to his feet, he just added a little bit something extra, and this time he added the little spice in the noodle cup, stirred it right up, and just... You know what? You said you win a year's worth of cup noodles.
Yeah, well, you can do that right here.
I mean...
I'm in. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I think he should be sponsored by Cup Noodles. He loves karaage chicken way too much for him to not be sponsored by Cup Noodles.
It's a great side dish to some crispy karaage chicken. Gosh, you guys are making me hungry right now.
I'm hungry right now.
Let's take a look at our Surfline forecast and what's in the cards for the remaining days, Mitchell. Looks like we got some swell from the northwest.
Yeah, we do have some strong on shores that are due tomorrow, especially in the morning. Way lighter in the afternoon, though, which is going to be beneficial to us. And a cleanup session on Friday, which is looking good, Rosie, for the end of this weekend now.
Yeah, we got some swell on tap. We got some waves. I think tomorrow is going to be the trickier part. We're going to have the biggest swell. We're going to have a lot of wind. We got that high tide. We're going to be at the mercy of the elements, but I'm going to love to watch these guys in 4 to 6 foot south of the pier, Oceanside. It could get really fun.
Yeah, we're going to be watching those wins. We know the Swell is there, and we're going to see tomorrow if it's a go day. Pretty motivated to keep the ball rolling here. Thank you again to Surfline for all the intel and data that they share with us to help us along.
Friday looks good too, Kaipo. Could be potential finals day right there.
We'll see. We'll see what's in our cards. We are 2 days away. We are we're 30 heats away from pretty much crowning champs. So we'll see how that goes. But right now it's time. Boom, boom, boom. It's time for our top 5 moments of the day. And let's go through these top 5 moments. And there were more than just these 5, but we just chose these 5. Starting with the great surfing of Kana Nakashiro, Rosie.
Yeah, just love this woman's run through this event. I mean, to go out in the elimination round, but with surfing like this, she can hold her head up high. Amazing performance. Really excited for what this woman's surfing will produce in the future.
Yeah, really sharp, putting together, powerful as well. The connectivity, excellent for Kana Nakashiro. Number 4, Mitchell. Luke Thompson took to the air.
Cool hand Luke drops an 8.33 right here. Kaipo had to battle against his good friend Luke Leprand. Right there, both of them from Durban, South Africa. Big win for him into the round of 16.
Number 3, Rosie Laura Rob with a 9-point ride.
Right when she needed it, in the heat of the moment, able to produce excellence, near perfection for Laura, having a lot of fun, and moving through this elimination round. What will this do for her confidence as she heads into the round of 16?
At number 3, again, Laura Robb. One more look at this 9-point ride.
Yeah, the forehand attack, Kaipo, on display. Remember, she got 5th at this event last year, and now doing it on the forehand rather than on the backhand that we saw at Seaside Reef. You can see right there, always surfing in the pocket. Some excellent stuff by the young Brazilian surfer.
She says, give me the 9. Number 2, Monnojo Yagahi takes to the air and completes it. Highest heat total so far of the event for the Japanese surfer, Mitchell.
I like this kid a lot, Kaipo. Brings a bit of spice to the lineup and had a tough matchup against Brody Sale, somebody who is much more experienced in the bigger events. But as you can see right here, Rosie, in these kind of conditions, going to be really tough to beat.
No grab on that aerial maneuver, so just shows you the technicality of that move, and well rewarded.
Number 1, Haleiwa's Shion Crawford with a 9.33. Rosie putting it all together on this one.
Amazing. Just incredible to see the way that this guy has handled himself. Kaipo, proud uncle watching Shion.
I'm a pretty proud uncle, yes. Yes, I am.
He called this wave soft, though.
I love that post-heat interview.
It's so funny. I was laughing the whole time when I was interviewing him, and he's always so serious, and it's hard to get a chuckle out of him, but I bet you he was smiling the entire time throughout that wave, Kaipo. 9.33. Very impressive to get a 9 out of these judges here.
Well, there you go. We're wrapping up just another day here at the SAMBAZON World Junior Championships, hosted by Best Western. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Mitchell.
Thank you.
WorldSurfLeague.com, 7:45. We'll have a call for a possible 8 a.m. start. Enjoy the end-of-day highlights, and thank you to all of you in the YouTube chat room.
This copyrighted event broadcast is